Hey everybody, Amitabha Metta Love. I love you, and I wanted to share this little message with you about life purpose, and I would say a lot of us are searching for our life purpose, or their purpose is the most important part of their life, and it certainly should be. I mean, we have to live our life for however many years, and we should have some type of purpose. But what I want to talk with you about is, finding a purpose that's worthwhile. So a lot of times our purpose is some big goal. It's, trying to find a partner or get married and have kids. Could be trying to find a house or maybe trying to get a job, a certain job, or make our career work out, or, put some music out, or become something. And what I would say is all of those, or it might be to be some philanthropist or something like that. And all of those are definitely fine goals to have in your life. And it's certainly no problem having those as part of your purpose. But I would like to talk about having a purpose that's a little more close to home, that doesn't involve us seeking outside of ourselves to try to achieve something. Because all these other things that I mentioned have to do with going outside of ourselves and bringing something within back to us. So there is an element of wanting there, an element of craving, and even philanthropic desires have an element of bringing happiness towards myself by giving to others, perhaps. But there is another purpose I'd like to discuss with you that is, I would say, more noble and will give you so much more pleasure and joy in your life. And it's something that I'm dedicating myself to, and I would be really interested to hear what you think about it and what your experience is by trying this. So I'm not saying give up all your desires, but what I am saying is try to create your for yourself a purpose that's a little bit more close to home. And the purpose I'm talking about is your own breath. So the breath is coming in and out of your body all the time, all day long, all night long, while you're sleeping even. So when you're completely unconscious, the breath is still coming in and out of your body. So the breath is being invited in from the body and expelled from the body. So it never ever rejects you. The breath never refuses to come in. It never refuses to leave. So it's like your ultimate best friend. I like to think about it as, it would only take several minutes without breath before life would expire. So without breath, we're really nothing, So, and a lot of religions say that the name for breath is the same name as the name for spirit. So if you're spiritual, maybe the breath can be your ultimate spiritual purpose and goal. So if you be with the breath all day long, you have to, in order to be with your breath, you have to let go of all the thoughts. You have to let go of all the desires, everything you want and don't want in your life. All these agitations, the doubt, the worry, the greed, the aversion, any complaints, and any even delightful thoughts. You have to let them go, because all thoughts are kind of agitating. Awareness is not agitating. Seeing thoughts is not agitating, but the actual thoughts themselves, if we're identified with them in any way, they have an agitating element, even the positive ones. So if we have any types of thoughts or desires, or sensations in the body even, we have to let them go in order to know the breath. So by knowing the breath, everything is released. So it's the path of renunciation. So it's being with what is already, and it's a part of the, we're not judging the breath. We're not saying it's a bad breath or it's a good breath. We're just watching the breath and being with the breath all day long, and as you're falling asleep and when you wake up in the morning, and continuing all day long. So if we do this, there is this natural peace that will eventually come. The more you let go, the more you can be with the breath. And it's not something you need to desire to do. It's just a mission for yourself. It's a purpose for your life. So it's like, this is the reason for my life. And you can think about it, and if you really look at it, you'll understand it is the reason for your life. If you didn't have this breath, you wouldn't have a life. So it's like reconnecting with your most primordial and sacred purpose is your breath. So if you know it, if you allow the breath to come in and come out and see it and sense it, you will be more peaceful and more happy than you've ever been in your entire life. And you'll have consistency to your life. Instead of being thrown around by the thoughts and the people and the job and whatever, you'll have a baseline of satisfaction in your life by coming back again and again to this breath, letting everything else go. So at least you have a foundation. In life we feel we need some certainty, and the reason why we need certainty, the reason why we need to have the relationship or the house or the job or the success or whatever, is because we don't have certainty in our own mind. And this is what watching the breath and being with the breath can really do for us, is that it can give us a sense of certainty because it's always there and we can always come back to it. So I just wanted to invite you to try this out. Let me know how it works for you, and consider giving yourself a closer purpose, a purpose that's a little closer to home than some of those outside goals. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with having those, but this can be your foundational goal so that you can use that foundation of peace to live your life from. And therefore you won't be so agitated, you won't have so much worry, so much upset, and even the high joys, you won't get so swung out of balance. Because what tends to happen is life tends to be like a pendulum. It goes really happy and then it goes really sad. So it's really about finding that center, that peace. Maybe there's still some movement, but it's a little less extreme. The vicissitudes of life will start to calm down if we have a purpose that's always there, and that is the breath. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and may you have a peaceful life, and may you know and connect with your breath all day long. Thanks so much. Peace.